Another important method in strings is replace. One of the important method we use a lot. Replace. Okay. So replace method takes two arguments. One is old string and which string you want to replace. New string. For example, let's say I had a string one equal to, for example, or let's say US. It's a understood. So there is a string one, and what I need is I want to replace. See, I'm not okay with this word. Like I'm not okay with the US word. Instead, I want to replace this with India, for example. Okay, which means that whenever you want to replace something, right? So we used to go with replace method of string. So how we do that? Simple str2 str1 dot replace. Okay, so what you want to replace? See what is the old string? Old string is US, is it? Yes. I want to replace US with what? Let's say India. Understood? Cool. So what will happen? See, what is this string? Okay, I'll show you how it happens programmatically. So this is what, and replace is the method in the background. This is how the translation happens in the background programmatically. See, this is a particular string and replace US with India. Understood? The resulted string would be India is a beautiful country. Guys, did you understood this? Yeah. Did you understand how replace works? Replace takes two arguments. One is the old string, another one is the new string. What string that you are going to replace? Okay, if I just print you know string one is str one, string two is str2. Got it? Makes sense? Do you see it? String one is original string, and we have replaced and store. We have string one dot replace. We have done this, and we store this data. The result outcome of this one after replacement, we store this value into the str2. Understood, right? So once we have this two, we were just printing out what is str1 and str2. Guys, understood? Huh? Easy, right? It's easy. Yeah, and it's very important to understand how the replace works. In the interviews also they'll ask, can you do it? Yeah. Next, let me also see. Let me also Google it. Like what are the widely used? So those are the ones which we use widely used string methods in Python. Starts with, ends with, sharp case, strip. Mhm. I can see capitalize. We never use. Case full. No, we never use. Center. No. Count. Count. We don't use count in strings. And encode. Encode we use a lot. Encode and decode. Okay. So not like very much, but and decode. Next, let me see. Ends with, starts with. We use a lot. Ends with. This one we use a lot. Ends with and starts with. Next one. Find we don't use. In string we don't use find. Format we use. We already started using formatting, right? Let's say format f string. Yeah. But these days we will not use format. Yeah. Next, what is the next one? Index we don't use. We are done with is all num, is alpha, is ASCII we don't use, is decimal we don't use, is digit we used. Okay, is identifier not. There are many ones which we don't use. Okay, is title we don't use, is space we don't use. I think is space at least we will come to know. Yeah, let me see. Let me have that example. That's okay. Is space. Next is title upper join we already done. Um, I'll just lower strip make trans partition replace or strip split. Split we use, is it? No, no, right? Yesterday. Oh, right. Yeah, split. We have yesterday we finished it. Okay. And split lines we don't use. Starts with strip, swap case, title. We don't use rest of them. I guess. That's it. I can filter only this based on the experience that I had, right? So we don't use measure. See, there are many things. If you know this methods, this is pretty much enough. Understand? Yeah. Mm, so since we are done with the replace, right? Good. So we will also do encode. So actually encode and decode where we use is when you want to send data if you want to send data securely, we do a encryption encode. So for example, let's say you'll come to know string one equal to, let's say, happy Sunday, for example. Okay, this string one. And when you do string one underscore encode equal to string one dot encode, you don't, in the output you don't see much difference, but you'll see some difference. I'll show you. String one is right str1, got it. And string encryption encoded string is. Did you see this? See, normal string is happy Sunday, but when it comes to encoded, it become a bytes bit, bytes binary string. Did you see this? B means binary string. Okay, but for you it is visibly like happy, but when it comes to binary, it will be not. It is completely encrypted. You got it? Yeah. And after this, if you want to decrypt, let's say str1 decrypt equal to str. So whatever the encoded one, no. So this is the encoded string, right? Where you stored encoded string dot decode. If you do this, you will get a decrypted string, original string, like str1. Make sense? If I execute this, so string one is this. We encrypted. It become a bytes. Sorry, a bits. Right? Binary. Sorry, not byte bits. It's a binary. Okay. So bits make sense, but yeah, we would say like binary. And string one of decryption. Again, if you see, I converted back to the original string, encoded and decoded. Yeah. But these examples, when we use this, when we want to do a secure transmission, let's say um, when you want to send data from one system to other system over internet, right? Data should be encoded. You got it? And once, see, generally system one sends this data, for example. System one, what we do is system one sends this data. Okay. And once on the system two side, what we do is as soon as we get this data, string one and encrypted string, we decrypt, we will get this data and we will store and we will display wherever we want in the UI. Make sense? Any question in this? Or you're fine, right? Yeah, just encrypted and decrypted. That's it. And next one is ends with and starts with. Okay, so let me write. It's very simple. Let's say I have a string one equal to let's say India. Okay, so now print string one starts with. So I'm saying, hey, the string one starts with let's say I. Is it true or no? String one, this is a string starts with I, right? Yeah, true, right? If you see, get true, and this will be starts with true, uh, and let's say string one starts with in, still true one, it starts with in, I and then. Make sense? And let's say instead of ind, now I'm saying ini, for example. Is it true or false? This time start with in, false. Make sense? Let me give a couple of examples. This also we use a lot actually. In the, for example, INDA. This is false. Rest all are true, correct? Makes sense, no? Yeah. 3 truths and 1 false. Again. Okay. So this is how it is. And endswith, it's also easy. We will do the same example. Okay. Uh, print endswith example. Yeah. So print ends with, right? Ends with, for example, A. Yes, right? It's true, correct? And it's, see, A, IA, DIA. These are true. True cases, guys. You got it? And what is false? So let us also have one false case. How we can do? Let's say IN, for example. You got it? So when it comes to this, first is true, second also true, and here this is IN. Like we are saying, like string ends with the IN, false. We use this starts with and ends with a lot. Okay. So what is the next one? Format. So format we started using already. See, I'll tell you. X equal 10, Y equal 20. Okay, so how the format will be? Let's say z equal to first place x is, y is, okay, and sum is. We will just have a placeholder, guys. But these days we are not using formats now like this. We already stopped using it. So first place, see the first placeholder we are storing x. See, meaning output is x is 10, y is 20, and sum is x plus y, correct? Same thing, in this place, what I want to print. See, the argument that I'm going to pass, it sits here, okay? So if I go and just print it out, we'll come to know. Did you see this? Index is out of range. See, index error, replacement index, one out of range for positional arguments tuple. Okay, so let's check this. If I pass this x comma y and x plus y, did you see this? See, this is how actually. So it's not happy with the uh, here here there are many things, right? We need to pass for each placeholder. We have to pass the value. Hey, x is in this place in this curly braces. Replace this curly braces with the argument that I have passed here. So in this case, it's x, right? Y, and sum is x plus y. Did you see it, guys? It's easy, no? You understood, right? Any any confusion, Aparna? Exactly. So here, how many flower brackets pair given, right? That should be given here in the format. If we miss it, then you're in trouble. So it is error saying that index out of range. Did you see this? Index error. Replacement index to out of range for positional arguments tuple. Hey, Aparna, are you there, Aparna? Okay. No, you understood? Yeah. So like whatever the placeholders that we keep here, so we have to pass those many arguments. Yeah. And let's say, in one go itself, if you want to play, for example, see x is y is, let's say, you can say like instead of saying sum, right? Addition is, for example, x plus y. Okay. And sub is, you got it? You can write whatever you want. You got it? Something like this. You can keep extending this. Addition is x plus y. Next for see, it's based on positions, guys. If you just exchange the positions, right, you are in trouble. See, for example, let's say mistakenly you didn't given a proper way, right? Let's say x plus y, and then you given x comma y. For example, what happens? It still works. In this x is what? See, it's your logic wrong actually. X plus y. So x plus y is 30, right? So 30 will be printed. See here, sorry, x is 30 because the based on the positions, based on the first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, right? The same position. For example, let's say here I put all wrong something. Let's say 30, 40, 50, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Let me add one more, which is completely incorrect. No, if you print, I don't see. You will not get any error. You got it? So x is 20, y is 30, and the add is 40. Sub is 50. This does not make any sense, right? Did you see this? The catch here is when you're writing up, it's very important that what order you're passing. Got it? Let's say in the basic, in a basic way understanding, right? Here, what is the order? Here, X should be very careful. So you should understand, there are how many pair of curly braces? One, two, three, four, and five. Okay. So meaning five values or 5 logic should be performed on this format. So what is the first one? X is the first one is X, and second one is Y. Third one is X plus Y. Got it? This is the perfect logic. Fourth one is X minus Y, and fifth one is X star Y. Make sense? In one place, if you understood this style, you can do it one place everything. This is X is 10, Y. This should make more sense. Even it adds a lot of readability. X 10, Y 20. Add is 30. Sub 10 minus 20 minus 10. Multiplication 10 into 20, 200. Yes, make sense? Or you confused? Yeah, Molly, is it clear, Molly? And in when it comes to the when it comes to us, we used to write it in the log statements actually. So this format, you can use any formatting style. We were using this format right these days. So so I would say, uh, so let me give one more example. Currently we are doing this right, X Y. Let's say some any other variable. Let's say out output equal to. So instead like since it is giving a lot of it's not big, it's not that much user friendly, correct? Because if you change, for example, if you slightly change the positions here, the way you are passing, it does not make any sense. Let's say the way I'm talking about is first you mention x comma y mistakenly. Okay, it's not intended, but mistakenly you did it like this. So what happens? It completely changing the meaning of the statement, right? If I print the z format here, did you see? X is 30, y is 10, and no, what is the question? Yeah, here x 30. It got printed 30, is it? So if you go back here, x is never be 30. X value is 10 because you are programmatically, since you are confused about the ordering, like the way you are uh, passing the order, right? So it's not a good order, right? So for this, there is now one more format. The same, for you can select advanced version of format. So that's where we used to write F actually. So F means formatted string. You got it? Instead of this is a formatted. Even you don't want to write a format. Okay, big one. Instead, now if you see this, everything happens here within. X is X, Y is Y. Did you see this? This is very good, no? This makes more usable, readable even. Sub X minus Y and Null is now it is clear that you are doing exactly what it required. So the above is out is out. Make sense? Yeah. The above one is Z. That is this. This makes sense, right? If you execute this both, you will get the same output. Did you see it, guys? So this is a advanced version of format. Okay, so recently, this formatted style is introduced, and we can use in Python 3.x above versions. But in 3 dot in 2 dot below versions, that was not introduced. Meaning, that functionality cannot be used. Yeah, makes sense. But now anyway, we started using this, in our daily practice. That's where I think from beginning we started using this. Yeah, makes sense. Any questions in this? Right. Next is isspace. So this is also one of the useful one. Why? Because sometimes, right, we might get some space string, uh, string one, string one equal to some space followed by expansion or some. What is the method name? Isspace. Okay, so isspace, what it does is it returns true, returns true. So is, when method name starts with is, it would only give true or false. Okay, returns true if the entire string is only space characters. Make sense? String two is this, string one is this, and the string two is some string, for example. Okay, you cannot see them in the screen. Okay, but if you want to understand, so you are seeing, like, I'm printing this. Okay, you will also, people had confusion on this. Let's say string two is, for example, you will understand, string two is, and if you just say str2, and if you execute this, did you see this? You're not seeing anything actually, but originally it printed, actually space is printed. So how you can capture? So here, if I drag, you're not seeing anything, right? I just clicked in and dragging. But when it comes to this, I clicked it and dragging it here. Did you see? It stopped there. Though, guys, did you understood? I'm trying to drag, but only it is having this many characters. Okay, and still, if you want to add some more proof on this, uh, string two is this, and say here after that, it has, how we can find the total items of the string. What's the function name? Perfect. Length of string two as spaces. Got it? If I execute this, you'll see. See, string two is this. String two is empty, and it has 24 spaces. If you just ask me proof, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you have time, just sit and make a big space and do time pass. Don't do it. Yes, right. Anyway, see, it's like some random spaces I given. Okay, now I put some more. Doesn't mean that we should count everything. Okay, so that's where our code will take care of. You need to understand whatever you want to count. Whatever you want to do. So ask your program to do it. Don't do it. Got it? Yeah. And when it comes to now, so what is the eSpace method does? Returns true if the entire string is only space characters. Okay. Otherwise, returns false. Make sense? Cool. So let's say print string one dot, or string one dot is space. Okay. I just call this. So whether it is true or false, guys, string one. I tricked you. So carefully watch it. String one dot is space. True or false? True, right? Okay. So can someone read the the red text out there? Is space. That's where I mentioned you that I tricked you. Again, you got into trap, right? See, I warned you that you should be tricked you, right? So, can you read the statement? Is space? Right, correct. Now, if you see string one, what it has, right? So that's why. Now tell me whether it is true or false. Perfect. Yeah, Priyanka got it. Because see, along with spaces, we also have yeah, some strange guy here out, right? So if I exclude this, don't pray that it should return true. Sorry, false. Right? It doesn't work like that, guys. Okay, so when it comes to programming, it's not magics. Okay, in programming, only logics will work. Got it? Yeah. So here, if you see string one dot is space, this is what false. Makes sense? And now when it comes to this, the other one, this time I'm making string two. You got it? So string two is space. Now tell me, true. Perfect. Yeah. How come it is true? Because string two is the entire characters in string two is what? Spaces only. We don't have any extra guy. Got it? Yeah. No, makes sense, is it? Or you got confused still? Now clear. Okay, makes sense. And guys, strings are very powerful, and having sound knowledge on strings are very important. Okay, so mm, mm, let us do some use cases. Okay, right? What I need to do is I need to get so for example, my string one equal to string is having some I'll copy text somewhere, I'll go and find something. I, we can search whatever. Got it? And put control A and select all, control A, copy. Now paste it. You got it? I think it looks like it also has some special characters. It looks. One second. See, in this itself, one second. So here codes or many other data is there, but no, that's fine. We will. What we do is I'll just copy the some text, for example. Okay, and string one equal to this. Got it? Yeah, you are seeing string one, is it? So if you want, if you sorry, for example, in the real time, right? If you want to see, you cannot see the whole thing, correct? You can do a forward slash, sorry, backward slash, and give enter, which means it considered backwards whenever a program detects a backward slash, it understands that hey, that is no, that is belongs to the previous line. You got it? when you want to define a paragraph or something, right? Then do a backslash and enter. Now this makes more sense, right? You are seeing the string. Okay. So in this, uh, if I ask you, for example, and one more thing. Okay, one second. One more method we need to say, count. In list we already experienced what is count. Before getting into this, let us also. Sai, are you there, Sai? Okay, makes sense. Yeah. All right. See, string one equal to hello, for example. Okay. Now, so this is one of the damn sure interview question, guys. Everywhere, if you attend, you will understand. You'll get this question. Okay. So they'll say like, hey, there is a string here. There is a string out here. What you need to do is, you need to find count of rows. How many rows are there? Let's user will be provided the input, for example, and based on that, let's say, um, how many in the list method, in the list count method, what it does, if you provide the value, it will tell you how many times it is repeated in the list, correct? The same way here also, print, yeah, string one dot count. So if you provide the value, for example, let's say e, right, e how many times repeated, if you go and enter, only one time, got it? And how many times l repeated? So I would do this, right? E is one. When I do it for, let's say, L, L how many times repeated? Two times, right? And this way, if you try for other one, oh, you got it? So if I trigger this and see, one, two, E is one time and L is two times, and O is nine O's are there. You got it? Programmatically, it found that it is nine O's. Okay, and also did we try list comprehensions we done, and did we also get a chance to work on dictionary comprehension? Hmm? No, right? Yeah, we will use now here. Okay, that's easy. That's where I just discussed about count. Okay, now we know how to get the count of the value. Make sense? Yeah. And one of the I'll also tell you, like, see, this is the one. Okay, you will get all the count. Sai, please listen, Sai. Okay, yeah, this is very important. And here, so what they will ask, hey, they will give you some paragraph like this. Can you please tell me each character, for example, let's say capital I, how many times repeated? N, how many times repeated? You got it? N, how many times it is repeated? You got it? So meaning each and every yeah, how many characters are there? First thing, total characters count. See, the use case get number of alphabets. Okay, for example, let's say from A to Z, whatever the alphabets are, whatever the alphabets are there in the paragraph. Okay. Second, okay, let's work on the first use case. Get number of alphabets. Okay. So how we can, let's say, if you don't know anything, for example, so how we can work on this? How we can work on this particular use case? It's very simple. That, no. Let's say if you ask me, use cases get number of alphabets A to Z. So what is the logic, guys? Who can tell me? It's very simple. Now whoever joined yesterday, right? They can easily tell me. So first thing is we have to define count equal to 0. Correct? First, the step number one is define the string. This This is a string. Define the string, correct? Now, what we have to do, we have to count, correct? We have to count alphabets, correct? Yeah. Meaning, we have to we need one variable to store that count value, right? Initialize the count to 0. This is later used for storing the count. Next, step 3, loop through the each character. Got it? And fourth, now condition to check if the character is a alphabet. Okay. And fifth one, if step 4, if step 4 okay, then update the count value by 1 plus 1. Okay. And 6, end of the loop, print the total alphabet characters. Guys, makes sense, huh? Yeah. Understood? Can someone read through the steps? What is see, first of all, read the use case and go through the steps. Who want to take the opportunity? No one, huh? Perfect. So it's like even here itself, I'll do the thing. So define this thing. You're okay with this statement, is it? And initialize the count to 0. So how this can be? Let's say count equal 0. Fine. And what is this actually? For item in string. Got it? String 1, for example. Right? And what is this? Condition. So how we can check? So if okay, if item in not in. So yesterday condition check if the character is alphabet or not. What is is perfect. Perfect. Got it? And what is this condition? Step 4, if the condition is okay, then update the count plus equal to 1. 1. Got it? Guys, we got the steps now. Yeah. Can you start writing this program? So we'll be defining everything else is good. Yeah. See, this is a string, right? String 1 is this. Sure. And implies count to 0. Perfect. And for item in string 1, perfect. If item dot is alpha, right? So is alpha is a method actually, or function we used to say. Okay. So if you do this, then you're good. Count plus equal to 1. And outside of this, you could say like number of strings, let's say count. This makes sense. Yeah, let's execute this program. Makes sense. Now I want to print. Yeah, let's execute reverse now. So total number of alphabet string is 540. Right? How about for others? Like what is the count? It's like exam now. And upper nugget 479. Is it? You are 351. But you guys use the same or string, is it? Until did you see? Oh, is it? Uh, Where is Nepal? Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, no problem. No problem. See, whatever I have shared, let's check that out. Okay, makes sense now, right? Until Nepal. Yeah, 351. Right? Makes sense. Guys, you understood now, right? How we can get it? Yeah, how we can get things worked out, right? Yeah. So don't make it clumsy like this. Yeah, I'll just mention like that only. That's okay. Hmm. So based on the algorithm, this is how we should work. Okay. Now, currently what we have done is we have you know get the number of alphabets A to Z, right? But if I ask you get the alphabets as well as numbers, use cases get the number of alphabets and numbers. Now, who can tell me what will be the logic? What will be the algorithm? Everything else same, is it? Only step number four. Only step number four. We need to slightly change. Okay. So what is the condition we have to mention? No, alpha only is alpha only capable of doing. Yeah, yeah. So Aparna, yesterday there is a session and we had a methods discussed there. Anyway, I'm okay with it. Yeah, no problem. So is alpha, right? This is one. And when it comes to deal with alphabets and numbers, right? So there is one more method called is all num. Yeah, that's it. You got it. So this way, what it does is it checks whether the character is alphabet or number. For both, it will work. You got it? Okay. And there is one more use case where get the number of get the number of digit digit characters. Digit character numbers, for example. So how many digits are there? For example, let's say if you look at this, right? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, or 1497. Sorry, 1947. Yeah. Did you get it? What I mean? So you need to get the count of how many digit characters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. Instead of making count, programmatically we have to do it. So how we have to do it? For that same again, algorithm is exactly same and everything is the same. Now did you understood the importance of algorithm, guys? Everything is same. Just that replace if item what is digit. That's it. So is digit only checks if the character is a digit character, right? Number character or not. Yeah. So it should mm, yeah, makes sense. Got it. And what is the one more use case? Now I need to know what are the special characters are there. If you look at this in this particular string, right? What are the special characters? See, comma, space, space, right? Space also one of special character one, and bracket, right? colon. There are many are there, including a backward slash, right? There are many are there. Now we need to find, we need to get count of all the special characters in this string. How we can understand this? So for special characters, what is the method you will be thinking? Is it yes, yes, right? Get the number of get the number of uh, special characters, right? Example, comma, colon, question mark, right? Backward slash, forward slash, and so on. So on means I don't know anything. I know until just kidding. That's how we used to write it, etc. etc. Yeah, makes sense. Now, see, get the number of special character. Like, who can think of logic? See, it's very simple that if the item is not a number, not a alphabet, that's a special character only, no? Like if you found some other language, you might include that, but there is no such language exists so far. So that's where if the number is, if the item is not a number, not a alphabet, that would consider as a special characters. Make sense? Yeah, you got the logic. You got the logic now. Yeah. So if item item dot is all num, right? You got it. If you use is all num, what it does is it checks. See, if you do this, what it will check? If I change the condition slightly here, what happens? See, if not, see what not operator will do. It whatever the whatever the value we got, it does delta, right? For example, not true. So what is the value of this? False, correct? See, so not what it will do is whatever the boolean it is, it convert to a volta. True means false. False means true. Got it? Not a false. What it does? True. Now, did you got it? See, for example, if the item is, if the item is, see, I made a similar note here. So not here. For example, if the item is, if the item is, for example, alphabet or number, then we will get true, right? Generally, if not true means what? False, correct? It will not add. You got it? It only add, for example, if there is a special character. If not, uh, so think about the use case. Okay, let's quickly explain you. For example, string one equal to, there are two, a b and a b question mark, for example, and c. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to count the special characters. Here only one. Let's say I would say otherwise dot dot also. Yeah, and here for item in, see, define count equal 0, count equal 0, right? Right. Like I'm using same thing, guys. See, define a string. I am done with it. That's where sit, write the algorithm a number of times. Okay. So each and everything, please take a note. You can use paper, pen, red ink, blue ink, do every like the way you like. Whenever you open a book, it should create a mood that okay, you should read it. It should not be like like a doctor prescription. You'll be like, yeah, who has written this? I don't understand. You'll close the book. Okay, don't create that sense, guys. Yeah, for item in SDR1 colon. Yeah. So here, what is the condition? If okay, I'll just tell you in both ways. Is all num, right? Count plus equal to 1. Got it? Outside of this, what I'm doing, I'm just printing total is. Total is count. Just that. Okay. And here, what will happen? So since we provided is all num, right? So wherever there is a is all num, it will simply count it. So first time, what is the item value? First loop one item value is a, correct? String of a, right? And here item meaning a dot is all num, correct? True or false? True, correct? That is true, no? Like a is what? Is it's alphabet, no? So this value becomes true. Understood? And since value become true, what we are doing? We are just increasing the count. So count equal to count plus one. So initial previously count is, so since it just initialized, right? 0 plus 1, which is 1. You got it? But we don't want to do this, right? We don't want to do this. This time what we need to do is we need to do it for the special characters. It's very simple. Meaning now if it is not a alphabet, then only count it. Understood? If it is not a alphabet. Okay, see? Now does this make now sense? If the item is not a alphabet, then only increment the count. Otherwise don't do it. Okay? Yeah. Now let me, guys, I'm writing a neat notes for you guys. Understood? So do you think it's easy writing this much like no notes? Yes, sir. Did you see this? No, is it easy? No, man. Again, I had to sit and write it for your other things, right? See, now what is a count? Count is 3. See, for this case, first loop, A. A is all num, right? True. But what is the condition? What is condition? Not true, correct? Yeah. So what happened? This will not increase. The count is still 0 only because not increased. Okay. And loop 2. Guys, I'm explaining you one by one so that it will be more fun for you to learn. And so what is the second one? B. Character is B, is it? And B case is all num, not true. Again, count is still 0. When it meets the third person, third loop, what is the character now? Question mark, right? Question mark, right? Question mark is all num, which is what? Yeah. So false, not false, which is true. So now count become 1. You got it? Any confusion in this? Sai? Any confusion? Aparna? No, space also is a special character. You got it? So become 2. Yeah, well, let's have space also. Yeah. Now space, see, other than alphabets and numbers, all are special characters only. Space, whatever tab, whatever it is. You got it? Yeah. And loop 3, sorry, loop 4 and loop 5. What is loop 5? One more dot, is it? Yeah. Loop 6. What is loop 6? Uh, Two dots down. C. Not false, right? Oh, sorry, it's a true. Sorry, because C, no, C is all num is true, right? Not true, false. Then count is still 3. Now, did you understood like how the count is getting incremented in each loop? So programmatically I explained you like how things will happen. Yeah, each loop. Yeah. Any questions in this? No, right? So count is four. How come four? Oh, okay. Here, last we have given space. Okay, let's give few more. Uh, let's say star, for example. Okay, now count should be 1 second. After C, this is space. This become four, not false. This is not false, right? Yeah. Loop seven, star. Guys, if there is typo, ignore it. Okay. Kumar, you only written this. I learned that only. But you understood, right? Since we just do copy paste, there might be typos. Yeah, makes sense, no? Star space. Yeah, makes sense, right? Any confusion in this? So I written programmatically also, guys. I written all. See, for program, I given a use case, given a algorithm, right? Given the logic, how it works, like hint also have given. Understood? Also given example, let's say logic of the program based on the algorithm that we define, and also like individual loop execution and what is the count and how the condition behaves. We explained everything. Yeah.